Now I'll explain theorem 2.1.2. Bulk of S3D is 5-dimensional. We will use Poincare definition. Let's see the definition of a dimension by Henri Poincare. One dimension is a 0-dimensional section, 2-dimension is a 1-dimensional section, and 3-dimension is a 2-dimensional section, and 4-dimension can be defined as a body whose section is 3-dimension. And by mathematical induction, 5-dimension can be defined as a body whose section is 4-dimensional. Now let's put this definition to theorem 2.1.1. DS3D is a section of the S3D, and DS3D is a 4D manifold, so the bulk of S3D is 5-dimensional. Next, I will see theorem 2.1.3. A circle with finite area on the DS3D is a plane. DS3D has a curvature as 1 per r, and r has a infinite value. So the curvature of DS3D is 0, so the finite circle on the DS3D is on the plane. So we proved the sphere with volume divergence is 5-dimensional and the surface is 4D plane. Next time I'll prove black hole is a sphere with infinite curvature. So black hole has 4D plane surface and 5D bulk. And this way I will prove ADS-TFT correspondence theory in mathematical energy. Mechanical energy. Hi, this is Black Hole Mathematica. Now I will explain the topological geometry of black hole using topology of last lecture. And using the topology, I will explain ADS-CFT correspondence theory. The bulk of black hole has volume divergence. The next equation is about ADS spacetime metric of a black hole's bulk. Local proper time and proper length at Z are like this. And relation between energy and distance in boundary and bulk is following, where energy Young-Miller is proportional to 1 per z and distance Young-Miller is proportional to z. So we have this relation, and from this, so we can say we can conclude near singularity is there infinite energy, which means epsilon z can go to 0 and z is an open set, and this is homeomorphic to infinite lengths. So we showed UV divergence, which means black hole has infinite curvature. And this is good art for the fact. So now I prove black hole is a sphere within CFT. A CFT in 4D Minkowski space, which is the surface of black hole, has a topology of R multiplied by S3, and S3 satisfies S3 is R3 plus infinite, so CFT can be expressed as R4 plus infinite. And this is same as S4, which is the boundary of 5D sphere. This is what I said. So black hole CFT has a sphere topology, and this means CFT can be explained as a wave with a tide. So this is the wave on the surface of black hole which has a tide. And this is a dark event, which is when CFT has a tide and gets absorbed to singularity. So when combining ADS and CFT, we have this shape within which black hole is a sphere with infinite curvature. Now I'll explain ADS-CFT correspondence. In the ADS-CFT correspondence, the gravity of bulk, which is expressed as ADS5, is expressed as a wave information of the boundary, which is expressed as CFT, and there should be a homeomorphic correspondence between AD5 and CFT. And the way to show this relation is same with the way we prove SVD is 5-dimensional. When particle gets into a black hole, it has a topology of surface of sphere multiplied by hyperbola. It means the particle gets absorbed by gravity, which explains hyperbolic topology, and the particle has a wave effect, which explains spherical topology. In this way, particle has a mechanical energy as wave energy and gravity energy. So gravity energy can be expressed as wave energy and wave energy can be expressed as gravity energy, which is AD-CFT correspondence theory. And this uses spherical system when it is about wave energy, and this uses hyperbolic topology when it is about volume divergence. So this is same with the way I proved this with this 4-dimensional. We have proved that 3D sphere with volume divergence has 4D surface and 5D bulk, and this is applied to black hole, so black hole has 4D boundary and 5D bulk. Now we can prove Riemann hypothesis. Let's see inside black hole and apply Riemann zeta function to ADS-CFT theory. Assume Riemann zeta function has a 3D domain which is expressed as C near origin point. And the domain should be prime number, then within AD-CFT correspondence theory, it should be projected into surface of sphere as a 2-dimensional. And the 2 dimensions is a range of Riemann zeta function, and as I showed before, the real number of the range is fixed as constant, then only the imaginary number has one free degree. So range is 1-dimensional, and when you calculate the real number, it is half. And the domain should be complex number, comma, 1 per half. When the complex number has real part as prime number, then the range should be half comma imaginary number, which is calculated by Riemann zeta function, and in domain, the imaginary number can be adjusted to represent gravity. Then we prove that the real part of Riemann zeta function should be half. I can read this again. F is the Riemann zeta function, and G is the function that makes deliver C point C to B with function f, and the length value is half, and theta value is prime number, and the psi and omega are number for imaginary number. It means omega is imaginary number and psi is imaginary number, but theta is real number. So this is what I said just before. And black hole has duality, and so does electron. In the surface of atom, the distribution of electron follows the Riemann zeta function. So electron is the key to understand prime number. And black hole and electron has duality, which is related to ADCFT. So this calculation follows our pre-study. So I proved Riemann hypothesis. Mathematics predicts everything, so come to our hospital. This would cure your any symptom and disease. This is panacea.